last week, Zoltan was here. So there were demos. And it was about something cool. Yes, image. No, no. It was not about that. What was it about? It was about that. It was the image service. What was the name of that? Talk, talk, talk. So I should maybe watch the video from last week. Okay. Don't remember the name. And I mentioned, I said that during the trial meeting, but I mentioned last week that it was not a
binder.
Binder.
With a Y.
I mentioned that it was not made with Orchard, and we didn't have it. What a shame. But it could actually be built with Orchard. If you install Orchard, you create an image type, you add metadata to it, you add a media field to it, and you expose an API, you have 90% of the feature. Open ID and so on, boom, you have it. So interesting. Then Dean showed us it was related to JSON. There was JSON in it because it has what did Dean demo? Can't remember.
There's different kind of style schemas.
Yeah, I remember. CSS styles, dynamic CSS styles. Okay, we talked about arrays, we talked about birth, and today is 2021 demos. Who's here for the demos? Dean and Zoltan are not here, so there is no demos. Jasmin, where is Jasmin? Jasmin demo? No Jasmin, no demo. Fine, we'll see. Topics release because we shipped. You don't know, but we shipped. Show you. Okay, status. Orchard 1. 12, nothing new on Orchard 1. But I saw someone asking for shipping for Net Framework 4.8. I have to check if it's on news update. Then Orchard Core. Look at that. Beautiful. So Orchard Core, the 12 here. What do we have? Main. Where is main? Here I have to click this one. And we created this file. Antoine updated mkdocs. Sitemap fixed the reference when no content types. That's something that I think I told Dean. I didn't know what was the issue, but he was able apparently to find the issue. When you use a blank recipe, you would have an exception here. Sitemap deployment plans and recipes. Cool. That's good. And I found an issue where Antoine listed all the things that didn't have sitemaps, didn't have deployment plans. And I think Dean only mentioned one left. Maybe sequence. I don't know, not sequence. I don't know what. Hisham updated 3 to 2.10. Then there is 2.12. And this morning I published 213 just for Antoine. Not even sure it's fixed Antoine issue, but we'll test. Update version to 110 for what? Oh, for Orchard. So here, what we did on Thursday during triage is that we bumped all the versions in the doc and in the constants to 110. We published translations packages on nuget.org. We updated the reference to the translation to 110 from nuget.org. Then we tagged the release branch that we merged also to main, and we tagged it to 110. So all the packages are now on NuGet for 110. Remaining issues are that some of the symbols are not on nuget.org. I'd say half of them are on nuget.org, I think. And half of them are not on nuget.org because there was a network issue during the publish with NuGet and it failed the publish. Okay, so I will have to retag it with 110 to start the, no, I need to tag, to push again the tag to have it republished. And there is another issue, which is the Docker images were not published because the change that we did, and I can show it somewhere here. Where is that? Here, this change that I did. But people were watching. That doesn't work because here, if I go up a little, so what was broken for Windows was this version didn't exist. So we tried to define it as an environment variable here, which is some code that works somewhere else. But in this case, it doesn't work. So here we do that for deploying to the Docker image to Linux, the Linux Docker image. But when we try to do the Windows Docker image, we need the same version to tag the image name, to take the image with this version. And this code here won't run on Windows. It's a bash script. So we need to have the same thing in PowerShell. So I am asking anyone who knows PowerShell to gently try to find the equivalent of that thing. It should be super simple, okay? Because the goal of that thing is to extract this value. You see the GitHub ref here? The GitHub ref will contain something like that. Where is that? Version B. Yeah, that's the goal, is to extract whatever is provided as a V, number. And what we do is it's extracted and then somehow it's just, so I don't know, the V, is it because of this V? I don't know what it's doing. But the idea is that to get whatever the version is in this pattern, 1, 2, 3, in this case 1, 1, 0, there is a tag like this, but we need the 110. And to put 110 in the version variable or environment variable, to put the version in the environment variable, this is what needs to run. Echo that, okay? And then we have access to the environment variable with the version. But this code doesn't work because it's bash, and we need it in PowerShell. So if someone can build the expression in PowerShell that does that, that would be great. I'm useless in PowerShell. I can read environment variables. That's it. So that's the only thing that needs to be done. And once it's done, I can, again, I said tag it and it will deploy the images correctly. So that's very fine. And even if it tries to push the existing packages, they will be ignored because the packages already exist and we have something in the command line to ignore existing packages. Update publishing notes from Antoine. Removing what doesn't make sense. When we updated some files, we saw that some things were not up to date with the branch names or the scripts that we use to deploy. So it's good. Demo video for feature profile in the doc from Cabor. I will remove that here, and you can see a link to the video. Update and callouts. This 3212. So maybe something interesting here I can say, because we have done upgrade fleet to 210. It's a 2.1 because there is just for the MVC view engine or the view engine, not the fleet core. That's why I didn't bump the big version here. But there are new features and a change in the options for the MVC view engine and the view engine. But we don't use that in Orchard. However, there are new filters that Isham made that are part of this release. Go away. And these filters are base64 encode, base64 decode, also base64 safe, URL safe encode, and base64 URL safe decode. So the base64 encode decode is obvious, it's to encode stuff in base64 and read stuff from base64. But the URL safe is useful when you want to encode something in base64, but that is URL compatible. Base64 is not URL compatible. You can't paste it as is in a query string because it has the dash, or what, the plus and the equal inside it, I think, or the slash. I can't remember which one it has that is an issue. There are two chars that are not compatible with query string. So the base64 URL safe encode is actually replacing these two chars by URL safe chars. So it's just a substitution from base64 directly. So it's not true base64, but it's something that is like base64 and can fit in URLs. And there are other filters he made, like MD5, SHA-1, SHA-256 encoding, okay, which are now available there. And in this one I don't know. And in 2.1.3, which was this morning, that is not yet updated, there it's just bumping the version of system text JSON for targets that are not net core targets, like 3.1 and 5.0. So we don't care in Orchard core. Make media options input read-only. Make media options input read-only.
It's just an admin screen to display the settings.
Oh, in the admin options. Okay, thank you.
Media options.
Good. Yeah, these screens that will show you the values of the options that you have set for your Orchard site without having to look at the app settings. And these options are available only to the admin because they could have not secrets, but value that you don't want to share. Okay, yeah. blueimp-file-upload, file upload package. But it was not listed before, and now it's listed. And the version is 31 to 32.
Okay. There is no change in the script. That's weird.
Okay. Are you sure? There is no change in the script because there is a new SHA. So whatever is downloaded is different.
Mm-hmm. But not in the script.
So what's interesting is that, what does it mean resolved? Like, what is this targz file? Maybe it's a dependency update, like they have a dependency. They added a dependency, but that's weird. CPA dependency, jQuery. Yeah, but everything is a target, so that's not special here. So that, yeah, that's weird. That I double check that. Interesting. Okay. Bootstrap 5.1.3 update. jQuery update. And last, new version of Jint, which adds a few features and bug fixes that we don't use. That's okay. Okay, good. Questions, comments? If I unclick that, apparently Sham is being updating, is updating the version of read. Jasper has been working on Elasticsearch. Jasper, when do you give us a demo of that? Can't talk because it's not listening. So that, nothing here, feature profile deployment. Okay, nothing special here. Okay, good. So what did I say? Topics release. I talked about release. I explained everything. I had something to mention. I forget.
I'm sorry, I didn't answer because I forgot to click on the mute button there. But for a demo for Elasticsearch, maybe we should ask Sam to do one because he's the one that created the PR first.
But is he joining sometimes?
Yeah, but it's quite the same than losing. It's just adding one provider.
But we want to see it in Elasticsearch and to look at what it looks like in Elasticsearch. If there is some UI and stuff, just to see it working. Sometimes it's just about seeing to believe, you know. Like we all know aliens exist, but we've never seen them. So
well, it works, but there's a lot of code to fix. I mean, the search form is not working. Also, if you use the Elastic query from within code, it's not working either. There's a lot of things to fix. But if you go to the admin and you go to a query and create one, a loosen query, it's going to return you results. So this part is done, but there's a lot of other things that needs to be fixed in the code because mainly
integration.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm at the part where I'm fixing the search form and making sure that if you use the Elastic queries directly in your code, that it's going to work. So these are the two parts that are missing, and also ask Dean to look at, and you yourself too, if you want to look at the content item index coordinator. I made some code that used the reflection, and maybe we should refactor this part. But
okay.
it works. Yeah.
It will go away.
Yeah.
That's something you don't want to tell me.
Yeah.
It's easier. We'll see. Thank you for the update. Yeah, we want to see it at some point. I wanted to say something. Oh yeah, something I want to do. Well, I want to do. I'm sure some people will want to do it instead of this. So maybe not. I have a PR. So Net60 is currently on RC2. Is currently on RC2. We have a PR that targets Net6. I haven't touched it in a while. I know Chanteri also forked my PR to do some changes on it because he was too shy and didn't want to touch my PR, but he could have. The branch is on Orchard Core. So we need to update this PR with this version, and but I want to merge it very soon so we can build for the net6, targeting the net6 and testing also on the net6, like we do for 3.1 and 5.0, before it is RTM. And the day it's RTM, we just need to update the version and we can ship new packages targeting net6. And matters because there are conditions using net6. So people who want to target net6 won't be able to run a net5 package. And also for perf reason, it's better. And there is the SQLite stuff that is super fast now. So we want that new version also ready. Everyone should then upgrade to net6 because it's an LTS. It shouldn't break your app. It shouldn't break your app. And yeah, I don't see any reason not to use net6. And eventually, the version after, we will deprecate netcore 3.1 because there will be the net5 and the net6, and there won't be any reason to still use to target netcore app 3.1. Okay, so this one needs to be updated, yeah, at least. No new sites, even if you didn't make them, if you know about them. I haven't checked recently. Good. No questions, no comments, then it is the end of the meeting. My wife was asking, when do you go to harvest again? I want to travel. And I said, there is still no harvest because no way for now. If you asked, you didn't, but I'm telling you. So my wife is super sad, okay? As much as you, I'm sure. And see you on Thursday for triage. Usual triage. Last time we did a release. We released 1.10. And see you next Tuesday for the next meeting. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You.
Bye-bye.